YouTube, it's Alicia here. Now that I have a pretty good video for y'all this morning, so let's get started. So I want to talk about Roderick Moss. He has reappeared on Raw. I think they're getting ready to start letting fans come in. So they did announce that last night. I think what they have planned and think it sounds like it's real good. But to see Roderick Moss on Raw Underground, it looks good, and I think he belongs there. He was tough. He was, oh my God, he was pretty good. So, um, um, the show, that part of the segment of the show is growing on me, but I still stand by and say that Raw Underground needs to be its own show in a show, its own show, regardlessly. So the other thing is, I got to talk about this. Oh my God. Well, let me talk about this Ruby Riott versus Peyton Royce. Now, this was, why are you, and the one thing is with WWE right now when it comes to me, while all the time I see you when it comes to Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, you're trying to build them up, but you're now, burying, and I'm saying it, burying Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott. They just got back together. These are two girls you need to be building up. And I'm feeling say, I mean, if you want something real good for the women's division, there go your key right there. And I'm actually going to say Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, I feel like, have deserved a women's title belt opportunity against Sasha Banks and Bayley. Don't forget, all the women's titles are held by Bayley and Sasha Banks. So we'll have to see if that's going to happen. See what happens with that. But I digress. So let me get on to Dominic and Seth Rollins last night. So Ray comes out, and Ray and Dominic comes out. It was rumors rumbling like, oh, Ray's going to be here. Ray was like, Seth Rollins going, no, he's not. He's not going to be here. And he gets in Samoa Joe's face. Once again, this is the second time he has done this, okay? Let's just say the second time he has done this. Now, to get me to say, I wouldn't be too surprised if he did that a third time, Samoa Joe's gonna get out of his chair, take the coat off, take the little commentary thing off, take off the hat of being a commentator and go and kick Seth Rollins. You know what? So he's like, he's not gonna be here. He's not gonna be here. Bo ho behold, here come out Daddy Bear and son, and like Ray is not too thrilled. He's like act like so Dominic act like he's gonna leave, and then Dominic just come in with those kendo and start beating these guys. Yeah, they got what they deserve. So I wouldn't, like I said, I predicted in the last video, Dominic is going to have backup, because if Murphy is going to be out there, you know, somebody's going to have Ray, going to have Dominic back. And I think if Ray has to leave the WWE, I think Ray is in good hands with Samoa Joe, and I think Samoa Joe is going to be the one to help Dominic when it comes down to it. So let me ask y'all, if Ray actually did decide to leave WWE, who y'all think is going to be helping Dominic? Is it going to be Samoa Joe or some other wrestler? So then you see the wrestlers, they talking, you see MVP running his mouth once again. I'm a big fan of MVP to a certain, I'm a big fan of MVP to a certain extent, and to the certain extent, I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. And that's one thing. Number one, you want to dog a guy he has had trials and tribulations within his wrestling career. He was a Dorset. Let's not forget, y'all. Apollo Crews was a Dorset by the late great Dusty Rhodes. He liked him. He said, that's a guy. And I remember that to this day. I remember that when he got that signature endorsement, and when he said, my guy is on this guy, Apollo Crews, he's this, he's that, da 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 da. He's the next big thing. It took, like I'm saying, it took some years, but now Apollo Crews is getting that opportunity to get me to say, I really believe Apollo Crews is a quality that we don't see in that main picture when it comes to the WWE title belt and the Universal title belt. I can see Apollo Crews holding even both of those title belts. So I really feel like when it comes this weekend, I really believe Apollo Crews needs to come out on top. So now you got, and then they trying to say Apollo Crews is over Retribution. But please, MVP. So then, it was announced that Sandra Benjamin did lose the title belt, but now he regained it. To me, I'm going to say this. I really say keep that 24/7 championship on R-Truth, because if I can say, if they ever bring back Hornswoggle, I think Hornswoggle can do something good with the title belt. I really wish they would bring back Chavo Guerrero, okay? Who would not want to see him back? So thumbs up this video if you want to see where if you want to see Chavo Guerrero back in the WWE. Alright, now the two things I really need to talk about. So I want to talk about a most questionable match. And the questionable match I have to talk about is Mickie James versus Natty. Now, I really will say Mickie James should have won this match. Why would y'all let Natty win this match? Y'all know, I know, and y'all know that Mickie should have won that match. That's one. Number two, what in the world is going on with Lana and Natty? And like, I agree with Mickie when Mickie say this is not Natty, this is not the Natty I know. But I'll give credit where credit is due. I give it to Mickie James because she saw Natty, she saw Lana in the side of the head when Lana went down and stuff, and she's like, and like you see Murphy and when Murphy and Cedric, not Cedric, excuse me, when Murphy and Seth Rollins went by her, and they just went by and they saw her and they just looked down and they went, okay, and they walked off. I'm like, damn. I'm going, y'all man walk by her. So that, I mean, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to got something else to say about Lana winning in a minute. But let me say, we was going to find out that night, last night, who actually poisoned Montez Ford. So I'm like, so then Charlie Caruso, you know, she's in the back, and like you see Dawkins, you see Dawkins. I can't think of the girl name. She was back again, and Garza's been flirting with her and stuff like that. And Garza's like going, "We just beat your boys." Da 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 da. He said, "Oh." He go, Raiders, that was our homeboys, Prophet Raiders all day, every day. He goes, she was talking to so-and-so, so-and-so. I mean, it was just so cute. And he goes, I know who, he said, oh, let's see what that video. Hey, roll the videotape. What's that? Before I say who it was revealed, like your mama will always say, put your hand in the cookie bar, in the cookie jar. Shame on you. I got, y'all remember that nursery rhyme from Sesame Street? Who put your hand in the cookie jar? Who, me? Yes, you. Didn't you? So I'm going to rearrange that and say, oh, who put their hands in the WWE cookie jar? Who, me? Not me. Then Vega did. That's who. Yes. It was shown that Vega was the one who poisoned her. Then she tried to say, oh, why y'all trying to say it wasn't me? He go, and that's when Dawkins go and get in Garza's face and is like, oh, that's spam. Well, that's spam. And like, oh, haywire went off like, Montez Ford came in. and stuff. But then the exclusive on there was a exclusive, y'all. So I mean, it was a pretty good. I think I give it for the show this week. I'll give it a straight 9. It was a pretty good show. And thing, you had some pretty good segments and things like that. And all the wrestlers wanted to get behind Drew McIntosh to actually to elaborate this retribution and stuff. We don't know who it is. We don't know who it's going to be revealed. I think as soon as WWE can allow, you know, fans to come back in and think, I think we will find out who they are. I have a funny feeling one might be KT Lee from NXT UK. So, yeah, and I think one of them might also be Vanessa Bourne. You never know who. But, yeah, but let me get back to Lana. As y'all know, a week prior, I actually did a video on WWE feuds that we should be getting. And I think when it comes to Lana, we never got a final conclusion when it came to the Lana Bobby Lashley divorce storyline. And I think they have it, and they just didn't finish. And I really think they need to come back and finish that right quick. They need to come back and finish that. They need to come back and finish that. I gave how it should be done. So let me hear from y'all. Do y'all think we should have a conclusion and a final finish of the Bobby Lashley Lana husband and wife storyline and thing? I want to hear y'all opinion on that, including the storyline that I gave. Now, the other thing I want to come and talk about is I want to be just like I want to talk. Let me just give a little bit, and I want to talk about Shayna Baszler. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna try to be honest. I give it to her. She's pretty good in the ring and thing, but her method of wrestling, I do question, because think of how many people she has injured. How about before she was released, Sarah Logan? Sarah Logan, she was injured. Natty, she was injured also by her. Two women who was very injured. And like, I'm like, when y'all say, oh, Nia Jax is not a stable person to be, you know, let me see how we can say this. Let me see how I can say it. Is not stable enough to wrestle other women because of her brutal mortality, then you're going to have to put Shayna Baszler in that same situation. Because, I mean, yeah, she's a good wrestler, but think of how many times she has pretty injured some wrestlers and put them out and put them on the shelf. I want y'all to think of that. But, yeah, but then the last thing is, let me go back to Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is a good wrestler, but he made a good comment and fact. Apollo Crews can win and lose some, but I actually say this. When it comes to MVP, like I said, I'm a big fan, but I don't think he can win a match without Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley being out there at the ring. And so I'm going to make this suggestion. If WWE is watching, hey, I feel like you need to make the initiative and let me say, ban Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin from this match. And because I think it's most important in everything to see that. So I want to hear from y'all what from WWE were you very surprised about last night? I was very surprised that it was Vega who put her hand in the WWE cookie jar and poisoned Montez Ford. So I don't think Bianca Belair is through with her yet. I think this is going to be a feud that's going to go on until December or something, because I'm going to say it's going to be when it comes time for the fingers to come back, I think we're gonna have something pretty pronounced and everything. And y'all, let me hear y'all what current female you want to former, well, actually current, yeah, current female you would want to see in the main event picture for this upcoming fall season, and what two females from Raw or SmackDown or any brand in general you want to see get a title belt opportunity. All right, y'all, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.